Marcus Rashford's future at Manchester United has taken another dramatic turn. Last season, Rashford spent the campaign on loan at Barcelona, where he scored 14 goals and provided 14 assists as the Spanish club won the La Liga title. Many expected Barcelona to activate his permanent transfer option based on those numbers alone. His performances throughout the campaign re-established him as one of the most productive attacking players to have come through Manchester United's system. Despite this productive season, Barcelona decided not to trigger the £26 million buy option clause included in the loan agreement. Instead, the club moved to strengthen its attacking options elsewhere during the current transfer window, leaving Rashford's long-term future completely open once again. This decision has now placed Manchester United in a position where they must determine the next step for a player who remains under contract at Old Trafford. Before we continue with this developing story, if you're new to this channel, this is exactly what Final Whiz covers every single day. Every twist, every update, every confirmed transfer involving Manchester United, delivered the moment it happens. If you want to stay ahead of every development in the Rashford saga and everything else unfolding at Old Trafford, subscribe to Final Whiz, hit like on this video, and leave a comment with your prediction on how this transfer window will end. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and it takes only a few seconds of your time. A new report from Italian media has now added a significant twist to the Rashford situation. According to these reports, Manchester United could use Rashford as part of a swap arrangement to sign Roma midfielder Manu Koné. Koné is currently valued at approximately £51 million and has emerged as one of the most sought-after midfielders in European football this summer. Roma's interest in structuring a deal around Rashford stems from their need to add attacking depth without committing a large transfer fee. United's interest in Koné centres on his energy levels, defensive contribution, and ability to carry the ball through midfield. These are qualities that manager Michael Carrick wants to add to his squad ahead of the new season. However, one significant obstacle stands in the way of this proposed deal moving forward smoothly, and it relates directly to the financial structure of any potential agreement. Roma reportedly hold genuine interest in signing Rashford, but his current salary at Manchester United makes a permanent transfer financially difficult to structure. As a result, a loan move has been mentioned as an alternative option, though nothing has been formally agreed between the two clubs at this stage. This means the swap deal remains speculative rather than confirmed, and supporters should treat the reports as an ongoing negotiation rather than a completed transaction. At the same time, a separate narrative has developed inside Old Trafford. Since Michael Carrick took over as Manchester United manager, there has been growing belief within the club that Rashford could be given a fresh opportunity to rebuild his career. Rather than pushing him out permanently, Carrick may choose to restore his confidence and reintegrate him as a central figure in the squad's attacking plans for the upcoming season. Former Manchester United midfielder Paul Ince has spoken about this possibility, stating that Carrick is well suited to bring the best out of Rashford. Ince believes that with confidence, trust, and a clearly defined role, Rashford could return to the level of performance he showed during his most productive seasons at the club, when he was regarded as one of the Premier League's most dangerous forwards. Former United defender Wes Brown has expressed a similar view, stating that Rashford still possesses the quality required to help Manchester United compete at the highest level. Brown believes Rashford would give Carrick another dangerous attacking option across what is expected to be a long and physically demanding Premier League season, particularly with United competing on multiple fronts. This leaves supporters with an unresolved question that continues to dominate discussion among the fan base. Should Manchester United retain Rashford and give him one final opportunity under Carrick's management, or should the club use him as leverage in a swap deal to strengthen a different area of the squad? At this stage, no final decision has been made public by the club, and the situation remains fluid heading into the closing weeks of the transfer window. While the Rashford situation continues to develop, Manchester United's midfield rebuild is also progressing on multiple fronts simultaneously. The club has already completed the signings of Andre Santos and Youri Tielemans this summer, both arriving as part of Carrick's broader plan to reshape the engine room of the team. Despite these additions, Carrick is reportedly still pursuing one more established midfielder before the transfer window closes at the end of the month. Manu Koné remains one of the most prominent names linked with a move to Old Trafford beyond the swap deal reports involving Rashford. Reports place his valuation at around £51 million, and the 25-year-old is recognised for his physical strength, high work rate, and ability to win possession before quickly launching attacks. Many analysts believe he has the profile required to succeed immediately in the Premier League, given his experience in Serie A with Roma. Should this transfer be completed, Koné would join Santos and Tielemans to form a reshaped midfield unit under Carrick. This combination is expected to significantly alter how Manchester United controls possession and transitions between defence and attack throughout matches next season, addressing a weakness that was frequently exposed during recent campaigns. Koné is not the only midfielder on United's radar this summer. The club's more ambitious target remains Aurélien Tchouaméni of Real Madrid. For several weeks, reports have linked the French international with a potential move to Old Trafford, with United reportedly admiring his defensive discipline, leadership qualities, and experience competing at the top level of European football, including Champions League finals. Completing a deal for Tchouaméni, however, presents considerably more difficulty than the pursuit of Koné. According to journalist Ben Jacobs, while no contract extension has been officially signed between Tchouaméni and Real Madrid, there is already a verbal agreement in place between the player and the club regarding his future. This indicates Real Madrid intend to retain his services for the foreseeable future rather than sanction a sale this summer. Should these ongoing negotiations between Tchouaméni and Real Madrid unexpectedly break down, Manchester United could be positioned to make an approach before the window closes. In that scenario, the primary challenge would not be convincing the player to join, but rather agreeing on a transfer fee that Real Madrid would be willing to accept for one of their key midfield players. For now, Koné represents the more realistic target, while Tchouaméni remains the more ambitious, long-shot signing that supporters continue to hope for. Manchester United are also monitoring developments in defence as Carrick looks to strengthen multiple areas of the squad before the window closes. The club continues to track Newcastle United left-back Lewis Hall. At 21 years old, Hall enjoyed an impressive season and is regarded as one of England's most promising young defenders, having broken into the Newcastle first team over the past year. Reports indicate United view him as a long-term successor to current left-back Luke Shaw, whose recent seasons have been disrupted by recurring injuries. The timing behind this interest is also notable given the circumstances at Newcastle this summer. Amid ongoing uncertainty surrounding Newcastle United following recent changes at the club, Manchester United believe there could be an opportunity to test Newcastle's resolve regarding Hall's future. However, Newcastle are expected to resist any approach, having already lost several key players this summer and remaining unwilling to further weaken their squad depth heading into the new season. Quick question for you watching this. Who do you want to see at Old Trafford first? Manu Koné, Aurélien Tchouaméni, or Lewis Hall? Drop your answer in the comments below, because these responses genuinely shape what we cover next on this channel. And if you haven't subscribed to Final Whiz yet, now is a good time, because more major transfer names are coming up in this update. Manchester United's search for reinforcements extends beyond the midfield and defence into the attacking third of the squad. According to recent reports, Brentford striker Igor Thiago has entered the club's radar, with representatives believed to have made initial contact to explore a potential future transfer. Thiago scored 26 goals in all competitions last season, a return that has attracted attention from several clubs across Europe, including Manchester United. Brentford, however, have no intention of selling Thiago at a reduced price this summer. The Brazilian striker recently signed a new long-term contract with the club, meaning Manchester United would likely need to submit a substantial offer if they wish to pursue this transfer seriously, given Brentford's improved negotiating position. Joshua Zirkzee's situation at Manchester United also remains unresolved as the club considers its striker options. The Dutch striker has struggled to secure a consistent starting role since his arrival at Old Trafford. Despite showing moments of quality, he has found it difficult to establish himself as a regular first-choice option, and reports suggest Juventus continue to hold interest in signing him before the window closes. Should Zirkzee depart Manchester United before the transfer window closes, this could accelerate the club's pursuit of a new central striker, potentially opening further pathways for a deal involving Thiago or another forward target currently being monitored by the recruitment team. There has also been a significant development involving the goalkeeper position, tying directly into the World Cup star storyline. Paraguay international Orlando Gil has become one of the most discussed goalkeepers in European football following his performances at the World Cup. His displays have drawn interest from multiple clubs across the continent, and his agent has confirmed that Manchester United were among the clubs to make an inquiry regarding his availability. According to his agent, discussions have taken place with clubs based in both England and Germany, with negotiations reportedly entering their final stages. While no agreement has yet been finalised, the agent stated that a transfer is drawing closer, describing the current period as the right time for Gil to advance to the next stage of his career. This statement suggests movement is expected on this deal within the coming weeks. Despite Manchester United having already completed the signing of goalkeeper Karl Darlow this summer, the club continues to monitor the goalkeeper market as it prepares for possible squad departures before the transfer window concludes at the end of the month. One departure from Old Trafford has already been confirmed amid all the ongoing speculation. Young defender Tyler Fredrickson has completed a permanent transfer to Swiss club Lausanne Sport after progressing through Manchester United's academy system over several years. Fredrickson shared a message thanking the club, stating, "Once a Red, always a Red." Manchester United also released a statement praising his professionalism throughout his time at the club and wishing him success in this next stage of his career. As things currently stand, the coming weeks are expected to play a defining role in shaping Manchester United's season under Carrick's leadership. Carrick has already reinforced his midfield through the additions of Santos and Tielemans, but further business remains ongoing across multiple positions, including midfield, defence, attack, and potentially in goal, as the club works to finalise its squad before the transfer deadline. The central storyline remains Marcus Rashford's future. Whether he remains at Old Trafford to rebuild his career under Michael Carrick, or becomes part of a major swap transaction before the window closes, remains undecided at this stage. The pursuit of Manu Koné continues to develop, while the possibility of signing Aurélien Tchouaméni depends heavily on Real Madrid's final contract decision regarding his future. In defence, Lewis Hall remains a player of considerable interest, contingent on Newcastle's willingness to negotiate a fee. Up front, Igor Thiago remains a name to watch as Xerxes' future continues to hang in the balance, while the Orlando Gil situation illustrates United's continued efforts to strengthen every department of the squad before the season begins. Now it's your turn. Do you believe Marcus Rashford should stay at Manchester United and rebuild under Michael Carrick, or should the club use him in a swap deal to strengthen the midfield? And out of all the names discussed today, Koné, Tchouaméni, Hall, or Thiago, which signing would you most want to see completed before the window closes? Write your answer in the comments section below, because every single response is read and genuinely shapes future coverage on this channel. If this update kept you informed on everything happening at Manchester United today, that is exactly the purpose Final Whiz serves every single day. The best way to support continued coverage like this is simple. Subscribe to the channel, tap the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you're never the last to know when Rashford's future, or any major United transfer, is finally confirmed.